Hello everyone and welcome to yet another beautiful episode of Know Your Worth Woman. And in today's episode, we deal with how can we focus better? How can we avoid all kinds of distractions which is actually taking away from our path? How can we overcome procrastination? So I'm sure that you're going to enjoy this because I enjoyed making this video a lot. Today we have somebody very awesome with us, Rupall and Rupall. So why don't you introduce the viewers about something, tell them something about you, where you're from and what you do.
Hi everyone. Hi Ritu. I am Rupall and I'm from Mumbai and I'm a homemaker and a holistic healer.
Okay, that's lovely. You're a holistic healer. Okay, Rupall. So tell me, what is your question for me today? Where are you stuck in your life right now?
So I'm stuck. जैसे किसी भी चीज पे focus नहीं होता है. I get distracted a lot. Like even if I'm on Instagram watching something and I get link of another thing, I forget the first thing I was watching and go on the another thing and then another. And जो पहले वाला था that तो completely lost ही हो जाता है.
Yeah, I totally get your point, and I'm sure a lot of people go through the same thing, especially in today's world. Why do I say that? Because आज के दुनिया में हमारा social media, which is very good at some point, because बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं social media से, we have a lot of knowledge, we get a lot of knowledge, but at the same time distractions भी बहुत बढ़ गया है because there's too much information on our plate at every point of time. This is something which many people have asked me before. And distraction सबकी life में, let me tell you, put it this way, that distraction is there in each and every person's life, whether कोई बहुत बड़ा आदमी हो, whether he's a multi-billionaire, millionaire, or that person is just a startup company or starting a company, or it can be a student's life. It's there in every single person's life. In order to break that distraction, or in order to remove that distraction from our life, I will not say that we can remove it 100%, because if we try to do that, we become unrealistic in our life. वो possible नहीं है, but we can reduce it. We cannot remove it, but we can definitely reduce it. सबसे पहले तो आपको जानना पड़ेगा कि आपको क्या चीज में really interest है, because most of the people, why do we get distracted? We get distracted because suppose मेरे को cooking करने का एकदम शौक नहीं है. I just don't like to cook. Okay, and then if somebody tells me, but I know I have to cook because कोई option नहीं है, neither do I have staff, और मेरे घर में कोई है नहीं जो खाना बना के मुझे दे दे, तो अब मैं cooking कर रही हूँ. अब cooking मेरे को पसंद नहीं है करना, पर मैं कर रही हूँ. So there are high chances that I'm going to get distracted doing cooking. Why? Because I do not like that subject. मुझे एकदम पसंद ही नहीं है कुकिंग करना. It's the same thing when it comes to your dancing. It's the same thing when it comes to your singing. It's the same when you get too bored doing whatever you're doing, then there are high chances that you get distracted. But अगर अंदर से वो passion है कोई चीज करने का, अगर अंदर से वो क्या बोलते हैं, खुद ही motivation है कि नहीं मेरे को तो ये करना ही है लाइफ में, come what may, right? तो आप automatically देखोगे आपका distraction कम हो जाएगा because you are enjoying doing whatever you're doing. There's so many times, has it ever happened in your life that you love doing something and you're doing something, or you love a person and you're being with that person and you're not distracted? आपको इधर उधर देखने का मन ही नहीं करता है. क्यों? क्योंकि आप इतने enjoy कर रहे हो. Suppose आपकी favorite movie चल रही है सामने, which you really enjoy, and that's the love of, you simply love that movie. आपको बहुत शौक है वो मूवी देखने का, तो आप डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं होगे उस समय. कोई आएगा भी आपको डिस्ट्रैक्ट करने के लिए, तो आप बोलेंगे चुप रहो, अभी बाद में बात करो, अभी मेरे मूवी का इतना इंपॉर्टेंट सीन चल रहा है, मेरे को सीन देखने दो, राइट? Why does this happen? This happens only because we are that moment, we are in the moment, we are living in the present moment because we love what we are doing. Okay, so high chances that you are distracted is because you've not found that passion in your life. And if you're not found, or maybe आप करते करते since you said you're a healer, or you're saying that, you've been like, I know you, that you've been a homemaker for so many years also. So maybe wo karte bahut monotonous ho gaya, and you've stopped liking the work what you're doing right now. So there's a story which I'm going to talk about right now, and it's a true story. Okay. So there was a young boy around 18 years old, and he went to his mentor, and he told his mentor that mentor asked him कि तुमको करना क्या है लाइफ में, what do you plan to do, what is your future like, what do you see yourself doing. So he's like, अभी तो मैं 18 years का हूँ, पर थोड़े दिन में I'll be learning finance, एंड मैं थोड़ा सा स्टॉक मार्केट में ट्रेडिंग वगैरह करूंगा, and मैं थोड़ा सा इन्वेस्टमेंट्स करूंगा, and I'll get a lot of money there, and then probably after that I'll start my own business once I'm 28 29, and once I'm 28 29 after business वो 10-15 साल करूंगा मैं और अच्छे से कमा लूंगा, and then after 45 or maybe 40 plus में I want to just retire, and once I retire, then after that I really want to teach people, I want to inspire people, I want to motivate people, right? Because this is something which मेरा बहुत मन का इच्छा है. So then once he narrated the whole story, so the mentor asked, but इसमें आपको करने की इच्छा क्या है? What is it that you really आपको मोटिवेट क्या करता है आपकी लाइफ में, आपको करना क्या है? इस तरह अगर आप मेरे को ये बोलो तो मेरे को तो इंस्पायर करना है. इस पूरी स्टोरी में मेरे को आई एम रियली लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू द टाइम व्हेन आई रिटायर एंड आई स्टार्ट रियली इंस्पायरिंग एंड मोटिवेटिंग ऑल द स्पेशली द यूथ ऑफ टुडे, बिकॉज दे आर सो डीमोटिवेटेड और उन लोग को अपने लाइफ में कुछ पता ही नहीं है क्या करना है. सो आई वांट टू मोटिवेट देम. He said then start doing that now. But he's like, अभी तो कौन मेरा सुनेगा, अभी तो मैं खुद ही 18 साल का हूँ, मेरा कौन सुनेगा. He said, you find out ways, probably you can start writing a book, of how you want to inspire people, what is क्या ख्याल आते हैं आपको, कि जिससे लोग मोटिवेट होंगे. And with his mentor's advice, he started writing a book, and over a period of 5 years, you won't believe, he was invited to, I think, around 500 colleges. If I'm just with the numbers, it can be either 500 or 520, but over 500 colleges he got invited into to give a lecture, just being like within the age of 23 years old. He was 18, right? At that time when he started writing a book, he completed the book, and next within 5 years, he was invited to over 500 colleges to inspire students, and his book was sold over 5 lakh copies, right? So he lived his passion, and then he did not have to do the other things also. That was a side thing, but he really was in the moment because he loved doing what he was doing. आप समझ रहे हो जो मैं बोल रही हूँ अभी? It's something like, if you really want to stop getting distracted, first of all, find out what is it that you love doing in your life.
Sometimes I procrastinate a lot because फिर बहुत सारा काम pile up हो जाता है, and then I get tired. वो देख के ऐसे लगता है कि कुछ नहीं करना है अभी.
Yes.
So how to resolve that position, that thing?
It's the same thing, I would say. एक तो procrastinate भी जब करते हैं, जब when we are, I would say it's a kind of a stress relief, right? Because something which we are scared of doing, or we don't want to do, or is it's something which why do we procrastinate? It's because we don't want to come out of our comfort zone. हम लोग एक तो safeguard बना लिए हमारे चारों तरफ, जो हमको पता है कि हाँ ये करूंगी तो मैं सेफ रहूंगी. अब इससे बाहर निकलूंगी तो हो सकता है सक्सेस मिले, बट हो सकता है क्रिटिसिज्म भी मिले, हो सकता है काम हो सकता है सक्सेस मिले, हो सकता है फेलियर मिले, कुछ भी हो सकता है. सो दिस इज द, आई वुड से, द टेरिटरी ऑफ द अननोन, इफ आई वुड पुट इट, राइट? एक अननोन जोन है क्योंकि आप कभी पहले कुछ किए नहीं हो. हम लोग नॉर्मली आप देखोगे तो वही चीजों में प्रोक्रास्टिनेट करते हैं, वेयर वी हैव टू कम आउट ऑफ आवर कंफर्ट जोन एंड डू समथिंग. Right or wrong? Tell me, has it happened with you? That do you procrastinate on everything, or do you procrastinate on something that you know that it's giving you a stress?
No, some things.
Some things, right? Which you know that आपको थोड़ा सा उसमें comfort zone से बाहर निकल के काम करना पड़ेगा. We procrastinate because we just want, एक होता है कि stress relief, एक और reason होता है that we want perfection in everything. Like, मैं तो परफेक्ट नहीं हूँ इस चीज में, सो शायद जब मैं परफेक्ट और प्रैक्टिस कर लेती हूँ, चलो, आई विल नॉट कम आउट. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू माय कोचिंग, So I could have done that, when I'll become the best coach, when I'm perfect, only then I'll coach, right? But वो करते 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 से शायद मैं बुढ़ी हो जाती करते करते, right? And that perfect moment will never come in your life. So this is what it is. We don't have to be perfect to start. We just need to start and then become perfect. In fact, rather not even perfect, we need to seek excellence in whatever we are doing. So that is very important for us. Procrastination kab karte? When either we are very stressed about something, or we really want to become the perfect version of ourselves, or perfect, or we're too busy being busy. अरे मैं कुछ रीजन क्या देते हैं प्रोक्रास्टिनेट करने का? मैं तो इतनी बिजी हूँ, मेरे घर में मेरे बच्चे हैं, मेरे ये है, खाना बनाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, and we have give all the excuses not to do because we are simply being busy, right? And we are actually not doing something which is adding value to our own life. Okay, there's one more reason why you procrastinate is like we overthink. कभी कभी प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन इसलिए भी करते हैं हम लोग, जब हम लोग कुछ चालू कर दिए करना, बट देन ये ठीक नहीं है, एंड देन वी स्टार्ट ओवरथिंकिंग, अगर ऐसा हो गया तो, अगर वैसा हो गया तो, एंड देन वी स्टार्ट प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग इट ऑल टुगेदर. नहीं, लेट मी जस्ट कलेक्ट ऑल द रिसोर्सेज, उसके बाद मैं करूंगी, राइट? सो दीज आर द रीजंस व्हाई वी प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट. बट लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग. If we keep thinking and keep thinking and keep thinking and not doing, so finally things will go out of hand. And we all are aging, right? So फिर बाद में regret रह जाएगा कि काश मैंने ये पहले कर लिया होता. So what you can do now to overcome that is, firstly, like I said, discover what you love doing, pick up that subject, start doing it. When the more you do it, the more pathways are going to open for you. Okay, and how you can actually kill this procrastination is एक rule बना लो, एक set of, I learned from my mentors something called code of honor, and it's set of rules which I made for myself, that whatever is the most important thing which I know is going to add value to my life, I'm going to do this first thing in the morning. I'm not going to wait till the last hour ऑफ माई डे कि नहीं चलो शाम को करेंगे, शाम को, अभी तो बच्चे हैं, शाम को मैं करूंगी, फिर शाम को हस्बैंड आ जाएगा, फिर देखो हुआ नहीं, फिर रात को अच्छा जब सो जाएंगे वो तो अरे यार थक गई, ब्रेन ही नहीं काम कर रहा, तो कल ही करूंगी मैं सुबह, राइट? सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू दैट. Whatever, we have to schedule the things which is important, or which is with something which I feel is the big rock of my life, or something which I'm continuously procrastinating upon, which I know now for a fact that I've been procrastinating. I am going to schedule that first thing in the morning and get it done with. And with every tick mark, whichever I'm doing, I'm to celebrate my wins and say, yes, I've done it. Because उससे क्या होता है ना, हमारे brains में हार्मोन सिक्रेट होता है which is called the happy hormones, and वो उसकी जब आदत पड़ जाती है ना, तो फिर आपको एक्शन लिए बिना आप रह नहीं पाओगे, right? So we have to also secrete these hormones, and we need to celebrate after we've done every activity, and we need to make sure that we are going to treat ourselves at some point of time. After, say, we'll say that okay, मैंने इतना कर लिया, एक हफ्ता का मैंने every single day I have lived up to it, and I have done whatever I didn't want, I was procrastinating, I've done that before, and I start treating myself every weekend probably with one chocolate or with whatever you want to do. तो फिर वो क्या होगा, वो चॉकलेट का भी क्रेविंग्स आएंगे आपको कि नहीं मेरे को तो करना ही है काम, और अगर नहीं करोगे तो चॉकलेट नहीं मिलेगी आपको, ठीक है? So you're getting my point, what I'm saying. So we can deal with it with setting up tasks for ourselves, making our brain know that yes, this is something which I'm going to finish up when I am most productive in my life. For example, suppose making videos and reels and all, आजकल तो सब बनाते हैं, for as a coach, it was a kind of a task for me where I was like always ठीक है शाम को बन जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, वो होता ही नहीं था कभी. So now from the past 1 year, what have I scheduled? That first thing in the morning I'm going to get it done with, right? So now I know there's no scope of procrastination, and once I finish it, I celebrate it. Clear this point? So this is something which we need to do. Also, what you can do is break down your big project into smaller ones. जब procrastinate कब करते हैं, जब लगता है oh my god, जैसे एक स्टूडेंट है, पूरा सिलेबस पढ़ना है, अरे बाप रे पूरी सिलेबस पढ़नी है, एक केमिस्ट्री की पूरा 10 चैप्टर मैं कैसे पढ़ूंगी पता नहीं, कल स्टार्ट करूंगी, अच्छा आज छोड़ दो कल करूंगी, आज एंजॉय कर लेती हूँ. होता है कि नहीं होता है ये सबके साथ, right? But if we have only one chapter to finish, maybe दिख ही रहा है one chapter, I don't want to think about the 9 other chapters, I'm going to think about just one thing in hand. So if you're into healing, for suppose, so what is that one thing which I need to complete, and which I need to do, get started with. One thing, not 10 things at a time. And set a target date for yourself. Break it down into smaller projects and then start doing it. Because our brain is, very sensitive. जब लगता है ना कि बहुत कुछ करना है तो डर जाते हैं हम लोग. एंड जब वही छोटी छोटी टास्क दिखती रहती है तो लगता है ठीक है यार, we'll give it all out. कर देंगे जो करना है हमें. Right? So this is what you need to achieve. Break it down into smaller projects so that you can do it as and when necessary, instead of making a hawa, I would say, making a big deal out of the whole thing. So this is something which is very important. To get the energy, do the work, right? It's something like कभी कभी बोलते हैं अरे ये कर लूंगी मैं ना तब बहुत खुश होंगी. नहीं, जब आप it's something, I mean, अगर आपको एनर्जी चाहिए तो आपको करना पड़ेगा. मैं थक गई हूँ, मेरे से नहीं होगा, दैट वे, अभी कैसे करूँ, कल करूंगी. आप करो और फिर आप देखो आपको कितना एनर्जेटिक फील होता है उसके बाद. There's something called a completion energy. Okay, and there the brain simply loves that energy. It gives you a lot of happy hormones, once again I say. And once that happens, then you celebrate your life. So make sure you have to complete the work to get the energy and not have the energy to do the work. Okay, ये सब लोग का एक मिसकंसेप्शन है कि जब मेरे पास एनर्जी होगा तब मैं काम करूंगी. Okay, so this is one more thing which you can implement in your life. Another thing what I can tell you is set a 90-minute or a 60-minute rule for yourself. Ki 60 minutes I'll work, and then after that I'll take a break of 10-15 minutes and I'll do whatever distractions I want to do. Social media देखना है देखूंगी, उसमें मैं एक बार में, चले आप बोल रहे कि सोशल मीडिया में भी आप डिस्ट्रैक्ट होते हो तो वो भी चलेगा. 10 चीज देखना है 10 चीज देखना है, 15 चीज देखना है 15 चीज मैं देखूंगी, पर वो जो 1 घंटे है मैं उसमें कुछ नहीं काम करूंगी. दिस इज अ हैबिट व्हिच यू हैव टू कल्टिवेट. एंड आई एम नॉट आस्किंग यू टू गिव द होल डे, but just 1 hour of the day and then take a break. You want to take a break for 30 minutes, you can take a break for 30 minutes. And then again sit with your 1 hour of something productive, what you're doing. So set your routine like that. I would say set your calendar like that you are operating in a 1 hour or a 90-minute cycle. I work on a 90-minute cycle. 90 minutes karke, then I take a break. Whatever, important se important काम है, but I will be distracted. I choose to be distracted after those 90 minutes, right? Because I know otherwise I will not be able to work after that. Okay, so you can create those distraction moments, I would say, or I would say your happy moments where you're free to do whatever you want to do for yourself. ठीक है, ये भी आप कर सकते हो. And I would always say be a lifelong student. Always keep learning things, more knowledge, and just not knowledge. Student क्या करता है, learn करके apply भी, exam भी लिखता है, right? जो मैंने को सीखना मैं सीखूंगी उसको मैं आपको apply भी करना है अपनी life में. So again, this can be a talk, but unless and until you take action, nothing is going to happen. So become an action taker. Give yourself rewards for being an action taker. And if you can do all of these activities, I think you can take care. But go slow. Set your routine. Take 90 minutes. Set a 90-minute cycle for yourself or a 1 hour cycle for yourself. Do the things which you think is most important to you सबसे पहले, ताकि शाम के टाइम पे कुछ मन नहीं भी करे, कुछ एक आध चीज छूट भी गया तो ठीक है. हम लोग ना बहुत क्रिएटिव ह्यूमन बीइंग्स होते हैं. And we need to practice creative procrastination. Now, what is creative procrastination? कि पता है कुछ ना कुछ तो procrastinate करेंगे, but let's procrastinate those things which is not very urgent for us, which is not very important for us, right? तो मतलब करना बहुत कुछ है, पर पता है कि ये चीज चलो कल करेंगे तो कोई बात नहीं. So let's do the unimportant things tomorrow, right? And this way we can celebrate our life because we already created what we wanted to create. And Rupall, there's a very good workshop. In fact, there's a workshop which is created by me, which is called From a Serial Procrastinator to a Super Productive Person. Okay, so you can just register for that workshop. You can do that workshop. It's got all the necessary tools and techniques which can help you how to get started and how to become an action taker and how not to procrastinate, how to just kill that procrastination from the root. Okay, so that will really help you as well. Rupall,
yes.
Any other question or anything else which you want to ask today?
No, this was the only thing that was bothering me.
So are you going to be an action taker?
Yes, 100%.
So now I want you to say to yourself, raise your hand and give yourself a yes and say, I am an action taker.
I am an action taker.
Energy के साथ Rupall.
Yes, I am an action taker.
Okay, that's awesome. Super duper. And thank you so much for being here and inspiring so many other people as well. Because I'm sure your talk is really, really